Please be advised that this video is for the sole purpose of entertainment. Any views are purely my own, are subjective and may not necessarily be true. I do, however, do extensive research for all of my videos. All photos have been found on the public domain. I am using them under the fair use and fair dealing guidelines. I urge everybody to do their own research. Well, hello, it's Murky Meg here. It's Friday the 14th of February and happy Valentine's Day to each and every one of you. We don't kind of celebrate it like Americans do. It's a little bit more of a quieter affair. But, I'm going to spread some love. Or am I? News broke last night that 15 people that work for the Sussexes are getting the chop. They were told that they are terminating their contract and the deal is done. To be perfectly honest, I wasn't that surprised at this so much. The writing was on the wall when they refused this half in, half out, independent royal lifestyle. We knew that they weren't going to spend half the time here and half the time in North America. It just wasn't feasible. And I think because of the narcissistic rage, the toys would have been thrown out of the pram and the foot would have gone down and said, we're never going into that country again. So the list of people that we are aware of, obviously there are some that are just normal staff, is Fiona McWilliam. She is Meghan's private secretary. Next on the list is Sarah Latham in this shock sacking. She's head of communications. She's been with them from well before Archie was born. She was supposed to be brought in to mix it up, change it, bring in some pizzazz. I suspect that one actually cuts quite deep because she has been a fall guy for quite a lot of their mistakes. Next on the list is Kiera Lauren. Now she's project manager to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Then we have quite a surprising one because this lady actually received the Royal Victorian Order by Queen Elizabeth II. She's Marnie Gaffney and she is the Deputy Assistant Communications Secretary. Next on the list is Julie Burleigh. Now she worked with both Harry and Meghan and William and Kate in the Heads Together concept campaign. I believe that she was actually poached by Harry and Meghan from William and Catherine's foundation when all the four worked together. When they split, they took her with them. Last one that we know of is David Watkins. Now, he was supposed to be the super duper social media expert that was going to come in, completely flip it around, turn their reputation and make it go boom. Well, that didn't work, did it? Because quite frankly, Harry and Meghan don't listen to anybody. So why would they listen to them? The problem now stands is it looks a bit tacky because this news was dropped and then yesterday something quite momentous dropped on their Instagram feed. Now, it's a bit of a tricky one and I'll explain why in a minute. What was dropped was a secretly filmed, my God, she loves a secret, doesn't she? Secret behind the scenes film from when she got together with editor of Vogue to do this Forces for Change. It was them chit-chatting, kind of shooting the breeze a little bit. The Vogue editor was literally sucking up to her so much. Oh, you're wonderful, oh my God, you're wonderful. No, she's not. And Meghan, of course, batting the eyelids, doing the whole woo-hoo-hoo, flicking the hair. It was vomit-inducing, to be perfectly honest. And it goes on to show them ringing the people that they chose to be on the cover. And when they were gushing about how wonderful the Duchess was, and she bragged that she was scared to ask to be the editor, which goes to prove she actually asked, not was asked. And then it's a self-promotion pompous affair. It's vomit-inducing. It really, really is. Which is rather tacky, seeing as this was posted yesterday evening. And then yesterday evening, the news drops that these 15 staff are going to be let off from Frogmore Cottage because they are closing down their Buckingham Palace office. So this is being called out a little bit. However, I've also been informed that Buckingham Palace were aware that this was going to go out on Instagram. Now, if you hear my cat, she's having a bit of a mad moment. Please, she's fine. She's just very vocal. So the media are reporting now that Meghan's video, and it's funny because it's Meghan's video, not Harry and Meghan's video, because it's their Instagram, but we all know it's hers. But anyway, it is a video about her, so I'll let that one slide. Meghan's video was described as not a good look by experts, and it was also claimed that the couple defied Buckingham Palace advice to post the video. Now, Rebecca English, who is a royal editor on the Daily Mail, spoke to LBC this morning, and she told the radio host, it's all about the optics, isn't it? And it's not a good look. She went on to add, I know that's a video the Palace team haven't wanted to go out there, but Harry and Meghan have gone ahead solo now. Very interesting, isn't it? They are defying Palace rules once again. How many times is it going to take before they do something against royal wishes and then get reprimanded for it? Because as far as I see it at the moment, they've got what they wanted. They still have 95% of the Duchy of Cornwall's allowance. They're only dropping 5% of the sovereign grant, and they think that that lets them off the hook for their bad behaviour. It doesn't. They still are royal by a technicality. Their titles haven't been handed in. They haven't been taken away. They are just suspended in limbo. At the moment, they're on garden leave. They are still getting paid, but without doing anything for that payment until this deal is finished and they separate from being working royals. So they're technically still working royals at the moment, but on garden leave. How many times is it going to take before they do something that's so tacky that Buckingham Palace go, enough is enough, you are harming the monarchy? To defy Buckingham Palace and post it anyway is damn right rude. And if you did that in any working environment, if you defied your boss's instructions, then in most people's companies this would be a reprimandable offence. So why are they not being reprimanded? They seem to be able to do with what they like. Remember that Buckingham Palace asked repeatedly whether or not Meghan was actually guest editing Vogue, and she denied it. Denied. She only admitted it when it was too late to revoke it because it had gone to publication. My issue is the fact that they're still posting on Sussex Royal. Not as much. Have you noticed that there's been no blue and white woke quotes since pre-Christmas? That one seems to have been forgotten. Maybe she's realised that it is infantile, but self-reflections is not one of Meghan Markle's strong points, so I don't know. Perhaps she's just so busy with all those money deals. I was discussing this last night on Twitter, and somebody made a comment to my post, and it's a really valid comment. Now, it's from Prince Petey and me. UK media was racist, and what will their excuse be for bad press everywhere else? Slowly, we who have seen through Meghan all along are being vindicated. Respect for Harry is gone. And Petey makes an excellent point. We were all called trolls and racists, and this whole Mexit thing has been blamed on the British media and the British public's response and attitude towards Meghan. So then what now happens, which is happening now, is that journalists around the world are now looking at this differently and calling them out for their hypocrisy. You cannot bleat about climate change and jet around in a Gulf Stream aeroplane. Interestingly enough, they are leaving a skeleton staff in the UK, and that is purely to oversee their venture of Travelist. Remember Travelist? That was set up by Harry to make people more aware of the ethical ways to travel. If that's not utter hypocrisy on their behaviour at the moment, I don't know what is. How can you head up a company, and it is a company, that tries to make people aware of the different ways that you can travel to reduce your carbon footprint when you are literally globe-trotting around the world, here, there, everywhere? It doesn't make sense, does it? On a little bit of a juicier note, I found out that Doria could very well be on the payroll for their new foundation because she is now their special advisor. What do you all think about this? And the way that these 15 people have been sacked on the same day that Meghan releases the clearly self-promotional, vomit-inducing video that is all about her and making her feel appreciated, because they're deleting comments like nobody's business on their Instagram account. It's ludicrous, the amount of comments that they're deleting. What do you think about the fact that they have defied Buckingham Palace direct orders, who have said that they didn't want that video released and they did it anyway? Do you think that there should be repercussions for that? Should they have that royal taken away on their Instagram? I know that's what I'm championing for. If they're not royal, which quite frankly, you're not if you're not working and benefiting this country. If you're not championing this country, you are not royal in my eye. Do you think that should be taken away from them? And finally, what do you think of them leaving the skeleton staff for this travelist endeavour? As always, let me know what you think in the comments section below. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.